Welcome to Grief and Loss in BL. One of the most scarring and reality eye-opening is a loss of a loved one, where your world suddenly stops and life changes forever. Grief can feel like waiting for the sand on shore to dry after endless stream of waves. It's a scarring path at least every human experience once in their lives. A hole that is impossible to fill. A life-changing experience with a bittersweet cloud. A crippling pain, where you are existing but not living. Here is the series of Grief and Loss in BL series. Starting with Moonlight Chicken, following Gaipa and his mother, this being one of the best mother and son relationship in Thai BL. When Gaipa thought it was going to be a normal day at the store with his mom, well, he thought wrong. He didn't know that his mother was sick. She suddenly fainted and everyone, including the viewers, thought she will get back up. But we were sadly mistaken. Gaipa was looking for love, and he confided to his mom with everything. But sadly, not realizing sooner his first love was actually his mother. This being one of the hardest episodes to watch. Losing your best friend who you told everything, the first person to ever love you, and lastly losing a parent. But you will find your smile again, the smile she gave you to keep going. Next up is Never Let Me Go, where Palm and Noong are on the run from Noong's uncle, who is trying to unalive them to take over the family company's inheritance. On the run, Palm reunites with his mom, but that was short-lived. When the enemy found them, Palm's mother, trying to buy some time for the boys to escape, got caught in the crossfire, trying to save them. In shock and disbelief, with a mixture of other emotions, he knew he couldn't stay and cry for his mom. They had to run before the enemy caught up, or his mother's sacrifice would have been for nothing. Have you ever been on a bike, running from the enemy and grieving the loss of your mother? They were just teenagers trying to get through the life of high school and fall in love. But life had other plans. Pain. A shattering moment where you lose your mother after just reuniting with her. But through war against family greed, they conquered, they loved, and most importantly stayed by each other's side till the end. They took Palm's mother's words into the future, and they never let each other go. Lastly, it's Between Us, following Team who suffers a very depth trauma, living with regret after his brother died trying to save him.
โตไปจะเป็นนักกีฬาทีมชาติและผมจะเอาเหรียญเงินมาฝากแม่อ้าวทำไมหวังแค่เหรียญเงินก็เหรียญทองเป็นของพี่แล้วไง
One of the most heart-aching backstories in Thai BL. Aspiring young swim athletes, Tom and Team, go for a swim one day, unsupervised, not knowing only one of them will come out alive that day. Having fun and playing as usual, they race to the end of the pool, but suddenly Team gets a cramp and starts drowning. Tun went back to save him. This unfortunately resulted in ending his life to save not only his friend, but brother. A harmless day turned into a day of trauma, regret, pain, and never-ending nightmares. And losing the person you aspire and care for the most, your brother. Trying to live accordingly and amend to his past, Team mostly needed closure. And unexpectedly for him it came. Tun's mother had already forgave him and wanted him to live his life to the fullest, without any regrets but joy. He started to allow healing, and he was surrounded by love, trying to unlock himself from the prison in his head. He fully started living, achieving his swimming dreams the way Tun would have wanted him to. Starting a race with no fear of losing someone at the end of it, and winning that gold. Not only for him but for Tun, for he won that race that day. This is by Norman Cousins. Death is not the greatest loss in life. The greatest loss is what does inside us while we live. Take care of yourselves, my viewers, and I wish you healing in every hard miles in your life. Thank you for watching. That was Grief and Loss in BL.